joining us this morning. Needham's John Todaro talk about some of the price action, at least on the currencies themselves, John. I've seen some technical research this morning that says that the trend line is so strong, you'd literally have to fall back to, say, 50K to do some technical damage.
Yeah. I think, I think that the sell-off here is we're taking a little bit of a breather. You saw a lot of retail excitement enter the markets over the last couple months or so. You saw this with Shiba Inu, which is that meme token, right? There's really not much fundamental aspects related to Shiba Inu. So you saw a lot of retail excitement in this space. If you look at app downloads for different crypto exchanges, such as Coinbase, I think it hit #1 recently on the App Store in terms of new downloads. So you definitely saw a lot of excitement enter the crypto markets over the last couple months or so. And I think we're starting to pare back a little bit, pull back a little bit, and take a little bit of a breather here.
Yeah. The B of A had a note out this morning asking, why is Bitcoin so weak? No large headlines, but they did suggest that maybe the signing of the infrastructure bill was an overhang for who are those who are concerned about further taxation and regulation. And then the Taproot news yesterday, sort of a classic, maybe you sell on that news. Does that make sense to you?
I think the infrastructure news was probably a little bit of a bigger deal than Taproot. I don't think that was necessarily a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. That was something that folks were expecting to come for a little bit of time. In general, you should still be positive for the overall space. I don't think it was a massive news headline. I do think the infrastructure bill was a little bit of a concern. It's definitely questions we've gotten in the past, and certainly have heard a little bit more over the last week or so. So that one sounds like it's a little bit bigger of a deal. Now, a lot of those implementations, if they are to come, I believe wouldn't come until 2024. And there's still some time for crypto lobbying efforts to put into it and potentially make some changes. So from the looks of it, I don't think anything is set in stone either on that front. But I do think investors are a little bit cautious. There are some concerns for crypto companies, as well as some additional tax reporting guidelines that came out that are weighing on the space.
So Taproot maybe not a trading event for Bitcoin, certainly given the pressure we're seeing, across the asset space in general, the selling in general right now. But I am curious what Taproot is going to mean to Bitcoin as an actual payments option. I mean, we have so many conversations on the show about the fact that Ether and some of the other coins, perhaps stable coins, for example, make more sense where payments applications are concerned, DeFi is concerned, that Bitcoin tends to be seen as more of a store of value. Does this change that narrative at all?
It certainly helps to, right? So Bitcoin had been viewed as this gold-like asset where there's not a whole lot of new technical developments associated with it. When you think about a smart contract platform, you think about Ethereum, you think about some of the other layer one competitors. And so this starts to change that narrative a little bit. Can Bitcoin, with these recent implementations, become more of a smart contract platform? Can it start to compete at a protocol level with different DeFi applications where most of them are still built on Ethereum, some of these other layer ones? So can Bitcoin start to compete less as this store of value where you keep it in a wallet and don't do anything with it, and more so as can it be that protocol layer for DeFi applications, for stable coins, for some other areas? So I think it's still in a wait and see mode, right? We still need other projects to start to be built on the Bitcoin blockchain and interact with these new implementations. So it's still in the early days of it, but it is starting to shape that narrative where it's looking a little bit different.